In hospitals across the world, healing has become fast, efficient, clinical. But somewhere in the urgency of saving lives, we've forgotten how to calm them. What if healing could begin even before the medicine works? At RD2 Hospital, one physician asked a different question. Not just how do we treat disease, but how do we reduce suffering? Dr. Dasarath Ramaya began introducing something unusual in a hospital setting: meditation. Before surgeries, during recovery, even in chronic care wards, patients are guided into simple breath awareness practices. Meditation is also offered to parents with high risk newborns in the NICU, helping them find calm during one of the most difficult moments of their lives. Anxiety reduces, blood pressure stabilizes, sleep improves, fear softens. The journey to healing begins from within. But Dr. Dasarath knew something deeper. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Meditation circles were introduced for doctors, nurses, and staff. In the Department of Pediatrics, the day now begins with a short meditation after the morning handover meeting. Burnout reduced, emotional resilience increased, team cohesion strengthened.
నాకు ఇది వరకు చేయి ఫ్రాక్చర్ అయింది. తర్వాత 1 ఇయర్కి స్టిక్టమీ ఆపరేషన్ అయింది. దానివల్ల నేను కింద కూర్చోలేకపోతా ఉంటుంది. ఇప్పుడు మెడిటేషన్ స్టార్ట్ అయినప్పటి నుంచి ఇక్కడే కాకుండా ఇంట్లో కూడా మెడిటేషన్ చేసుకుంటున్నాము. ఏ మెడిసిన్ వాడడం లేదు, ఏ ఫుడ్ కానీ వేరే ఏమీ లేకనే కానీ మెడిటేషన్ ఎక్కువ చేయడం వల్ల నాకు ఈ కాళ్ళు బాగా, అప్పుడైతే ఇట్లా కూర్చున్నప్పుడు కాళ్ళు ఇంత మాత్రమే వస్తుంది, ఈ యాంగిల్స్లో విపరీతమైన పెయిన్ వచ్చేది. ఇప్పుడు నీట్గా ఇట్లా వస్తుంది, బాగా ఇబ్బంది లేదు కూర్చోవడానికి.
డ్యూటీస్లో నా బిహేవియర్లో చేంజెస్ వచ్చాయి. నేను పేషెంట్స్ని పలకరించే విధానం కానీ, డాక్టర్తో రెస్పాండ్ అయ్యే విధానం కానీ, ఫ్యామిలీ బ్యాలెన్స్ చేయడం కానీ, ఫ్యామిలీలో ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ బ్యాలెన్స్ చేయడం కానీ అన్నీ చాలా చేంజ్ వచ్చాయి.
A calmer caregiver creates a calmer patient. What transformed this initiative from a practice into a movement was leadership. The RDT hospital leadership did not treat meditation as a side activity.
For me, mindfulness meditation is very helpful. Helpful to keep your mind tranquil, calm, peaceful, and face all those ups and downs in your daily work and life.
They embraced it, supported it, and institutionalized it. When leadership breathes, the system breathes. This is not alternative medicine, this is integrated healthcare. If one hospital can transform its culture, what could an entire healthcare system do? It's time to move meditation from personal wellness into public health policy. Healing is not only clinical, healing is consciousness. In hospitals across the
A very happy morning, afternoon, and evening, dear friends and masters joining us from every corner of the world. I'd like to congratulate everyone on reaching the final week and day 36 of this wonderful 40-day journey. In our previous session, we explored how regular breath mindfulness meditation naturally brings complete mindfulness into every area of our life. Just like how you saw in the video just now, how mindfulness was brought to every area which actually impacts the patient who's incoming, including the staff, transforming healthcare everywhere. Right? So mindfulness is simply being fully present in each moment, not judging, having no fixed view, and just being. So when we are truly mindful, we stop carrying the weight of the past or anxiety of the future. So we just begin to appreciate life fully as it is. And so with this curiosity and openness, we invite Rakesh sir to take us deeper into this journey. Over to you, Rakesh sir.
Thank you, Santosh. And happy morning, wonderful evening, dear friends. Those joining from the West. What a powerful video. For somebody to who's trained as a medical professional to treat people for diseases, to move to treating people, healing people holistically, and finding the true meaning of healing. It's an amazing transformation, and we see it on a daily basis. We may come into this practice for whatever reason, but as we withdraw our attention from the external world and start going inside, we find more and more clarity about who we are. Then we start exploring many things. We may come here for help. We may come here for healing some relationship, finding solutions for our problems. We may think, okay, what is going on? We may just come out of curiosity. Whatever that we come here for, we start this journey with something in mind. But eventually, we find as we go inside our true meaning, and the joy that we get is to serve others. We start with our desires. We start with, overcoming what are challenges in the material world. And then we move to our needs. And finally, we move to others' needs. That is a journey that we take. Dr. Dashrath, when he came into the practice, he came for himself to know what it is. But soon he realized his true joy and the purpose is to serve others, to bring this empowering wisdom and practice to others so that they can heal themselves. Moving away from what you were traditionally trained to finding what is the true reason why I'm here is what meditation brings. When the external clutter goes away, then you start looking at why am I here? Start questioning. And we realize our highest joy comes when we serve others. The clarity that we get simply tells what do we need to do now. The purpose doesn't necessarily need to be some grand scheme. Of course, Dr. Dashrath started out with a simple intention that what I'm finding, what benefit I'm seeing, how can I give it to others? And he saw this immediate opportunity, that is people around him, and he started sharing. So when you find the clarity as to what to do now, then you have the purpose. doesn't have to be a grand scheme. Moving to feeling and then knowing, what do I do today? This body has some purpose. I have a purpose. Having that clarity to say, when there is so much, a pen that is created has a purpose. The phone that we carry has a purpose. There is a specific reason why there is what we know what to do with that phone. There is a minimum purpose why it is there, and then we start exploring and saying, hey, there's so much I can do, and keep using it for why that phone was created. Exactly the same way our body is, which is beautifully designed, has to have a meaning and a purpose, why it is there and how we can use it. The moment we go into a service, the moment we start looking at how can this body be used for others, service to others, then we move into our purpose. It cannot be that our body is just to used for eating, and then everyday work without knowing what it is. It is not just that. So let's understand what is the purpose of life after the meditation. How do we find the simplest answer for what is my purpose is, am I clear on what do I do today? Am I joyous in doing what I'm doing today? Do I find meaning of why I'm doing what I'm doing today? When we get to that state, then we live joyously. Ultimate purpose for us is to enjoy the experiences that we are having and to serve others. And eventually we get there. Yes, there may be, periods of time when we don't know what's going to happen. There may be a lot of churn, which is quite possible and part of this process. Before the lake water gets clear, it will be completely muddy until things settle down. And then you can see the water, what's beneath it very, very clearly. So when we come into the practice, initially there may be some periods of time when there is a lot of churn that happens. However, as we go into and we continue this practice, the clarity starts emerging. So the key is, am I continuing this and finding that? Or am I just, okay, this is it? And this meditation, continuous practice, helps us to bring that clarity of what it is. Seeing the water very, very clearly. Give it some time to settle down. Our thoughts are we are so distracted by what's happening from the outside world. Obviously, there is a lot of churn inside. So allowing it to settle, allowing it to give time. Of course, for some, that clarity brings very, very quickly, like Dr. Darshat. For others, need to give some time. But eventually, everyone, when they allow things to settle, as they allow the external influence to minimize, we eventually find the meaning and purpose. And we'll talk about this after the meditation, friends, a little bit more understanding of what is the purpose, how do we find it. Because once we live in purpose, then everything is joyous, everything is meaningful. There is no longer worrying about, okay, getting up and going out. No longer the midlife crisis that we talk about. Now, many people go through it primarily because suddenly they realize at some point in life that, what am I doing? Why am I doing what I am doing? When they realize they're not aligned to their purpose, somewhere deep within, it keeps calling. So we term it as a midlife crisis, but essentially it is the process of finding your purpose. So this practice is helping us do that exactly, friends. No matter why you came. So let's understand that as we go into meditation. Simple breath mindfulness meditation, where the goal is to empty the mind by observing our simple natural breath. We close our eyes. If you are wearing specs, we remove them. Cross our legs at the ankle if you are sitting on the chair or sofa. Crossing our hands, fingers into fingers, and gently placing it on your lap. Taking back support if it's required. Key is to keep our body comfortable and then observing our simple natural breath. Whatever that your natural breath is, you observe it going inside and coming out through your nose. Focus on any point in the nose, preferably between the eyes, and observe that natural breath going in and coming out. And as this process continues, our mind is naturally becoming empty. Thoughts come. The only training that we give to ourselves is to bring back gently attention to the breath. We are not trying to control, we are not going to analyze the breath. We are not thinking, why am I not able to concentrate? Remember, this process is not about concentration. It's about only observing subtly the breath going in and coming out. Before that, to help this process, we do what is called as heart elevation, by bringing some elevated emotions like love, gratitude, compassion. By bringing attention to our heart and bringing these emotions, we move into a coherent state by connecting with everyone and everybody, everything and everybody around us. We spend some time, few minutes here, and then we proceed to Anapanasati, a breath mindfulness meditation. So relax, friends. Close your eyes.
Dear friends, dear masters, with your glasses removed, eyes closed, with your hands on your chest area, resting your attention on your sacred heart. Feel beautiful heart. Feel this heart center with a slow, relaxing breath. Connect with it. Feel it, dear friends, your heart center that breathes life into you with its emotions of love, compassion, gratitude, kindness, and care. Notice it, appreciate it. Love it into your life, dear friends. Bring up an experience of the higher emotion from your past or from the vision of your future, where you experience enormous love, deep joy, kindness, and gratitude. Experience that even deeply and fill up yourself with that energy, that vibrations of love, of joy. Feel it, dear friends. All the emotions are energy. The more you are with love, gratitude, or any of the higher vibration, the more coherent you become, body and mind, in your heart and brain. Feel, relive that moment of energy. And experience that interconnectedness of all things. Love, compassion are all the ways to connect with one another, to become coherent. Make an intention to spread this energy to everything and everyone on this planet, or to those who you feel need the most. With your intention, you spread that energy and help them heal and help them elevate to a greater understanding merging to that energy, vibration. As you experience that moment, feel it. And slowly, let's go into breath meditation. With your fingers into fingers, hands rested comfortably in your lap, with your feet crossed at ankle, eyes closed. Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath with your attention at the middle of your eyebrows, at the root of your nose. When you observe your breath, the mind becomes empty. As your mind is becoming empty, tell yourself, experience that emptiness. That greater field of consciousness, that power within you. As you rest the mind of thought, we allow our body to function at its natural best. We develop greater mindfulness to be in the moment. Merge into it. Go deeper and deeper into yourself, dear friends. Merge into the emptiness, your divine self, that greater intelligence. The more you dissolve yourself away from your body, the more one you become, the more whole you become. Friends, it's truly an honor and privilege to be exploring consciousness at this time of history. Express gratitude for this opportunity. Gratitude to all things and everyone, to your parents, teachers, mentors, all the people in your life. This nature, the mineral kingdom, the plant kingdom, the animal kingdom, and a gratitude to all our creation, the technology, the system, the company, the governments. Gratitude to yourself and to this intelligent field, the universe. Gratitude is the highest state of receivership. Relax your body and let your autonomous nervous system repair your body as you relax. Recollect your experiences from the session. And whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds and then open your eyes.
Okay, friends. Great opportunity to go within, find yourself, your true nature. Bring that much more clarity. When the mind is calm, you're preparing yourself to receive all the intuitive knowledge, intuitive understanding. When the mind is in chaos, you're not ready to receive. So let me put up a few slides on how to align ourselves to our purpose of life. Mahatma Gandhi said, the purpose of life is undoubtedly to know oneself. Everyone's core reason to come here is to know truly who they are. And we cannot do it unless we learn to identify ourselves with all that lives. Knowing that you're part of the whole and you are connected is important. And the instrument of this knowledge is boundless selfless service. The way to know this is when you are in complete selfless service. Dalai Lama ji said, I believe the very purpose of life is to be happy. From the very core of our being, we desire contentment. In my own limited experience, I have found that the more we care for the happiness of others, the greater is our own sense of well-being. So Dalai Lama ji speaks about the purpose as to be happy. Fundamentally, our nature is to want to be happy and to be happy. And the way and truly to be happy is when we care for the happiness of others. When our family is happy, when our community is happy, when our organizations are happy, when everyone around us are happy, contented, living with freedom. Deepak Chopra, he further takes it to say, when you combine your ability to express your unique talent with service to humanity, then you make full use of the law of karma, that is, living your purpose. So, whatever that our unique talent is, everyone has some unique talent. Now, some may sing well, some may have the ability to put together everything beautifully. Some may have the ability to express better. Some may have the ability to, just connect with others and share and help others. Whatever that unique talent is, some may be great in technology. Some may be, having any different, whatever that your unique talent is. Some may have the talent to, care for others, taking care of others. Like Dr. Darshat's unique talent was to understand the human body and help others to heal themselves. So whatever that unique talent is, when we offer it with a service to humanity, then you are living your purpose. And Patriji, one of the greatest masters that I have seen, says the purpose of every person on this earth is to regale himself or herself with the highest possible enjoyment, entertainment, and enlightenment. No one needs to suffer. Our purpose is when we are enjoying what we are doing, when we are fully entertained. And of course, when we gain wisdom and understanding about who we are and what the nature of everything is. Ultimately, there is no need to suffer. There is no suffering. When you understand, when there is wisdom, there is no suffering. So when we live our purpose, then there is we enjoy everything that we do. We entertain ourselves to, our mind. Our mind is taken care of. Our body is taken care of. Our mind is taken care of. And our intellect and our soul, everything is taken care of, then we are living our purpose. So friends, purpose of life is fundamentally, when we put everything together, is to apply our unique talent in service of others. You have the ability to organize things. Then using that talent to organize things that supports others, helps others, bringing meditation programs to your community. You have a great design skills. You have a great talent to draw or create. Have some creative talent. How do I use it to help others? Our deepest satisfaction comes when we use our unique talent to serve others. Purpose can vary from time to time. It's not necessary that purpose, everyone understands what is the overall purpose of their life. Initial stages of my career, I enjoyed deeply the technology, working, and understanding technology. But over a period of time, I realized my talent was also to share and then create solutions out of it that supports some, others. Using technology to help and create something that is useful for some purpose. And the moment I came into meditation, of course, I realized I had this unique ability to understand the science of the meditation, understand, and of course, deep understanding of what meditation can do to oneself. And use the technology to take it to others. So we have our purpose that vary from time to time. I could have used, I had many other uh, uh, things. I love photography. I love nature. Now, all of it is, once we understand from time to time what is the highest service that we can be of, then we use it. And it varies from person to person. Some may be good in singing, some may be good in writing, creating something, and beautiful words so that others can understand. So each person identifies what is unique to them and what is their purpose. So ultimately, it's not necessary. Very few people have, right from day one or in childhood, they know what is their entire life's purpose is. To, give everything to that. It's not necessary. What is important is, am I clear on what my purpose right now is? My purpose today may be just to learn and grasp and understand everything as much as I can. How much ever I can learn right now is my whole purpose. Not for any reason, just to learn. And you, as long as you recognize it, as long as you enjoy doing what you're doing right now, that may be your purpose at this time. So, friends, understanding and living in your purpose means you are aligned with what your inner calling is, or what your heart is saying. What is your deepest joy that comes when you are doing? If you are aligned with this, then you are living in your purpose. If you are living in the path of service, anything, whatever that you are serving others, not necessarily because somebody is telling you to do that it is good, but you feel joy in doing it, then you are living in purpose. Even if you don't feel, or at this point, but just to know that, hey, you are in service of others, means you are towards finding your purpose. And when you trust the work and trust the process to, and completely immerse yourself in it, you have the ability to fully, go into it. Maybe uncomfortable, maybe it is not something that you have been doing, but yet you surrender to the process and fully go into it, then you are in the path to living your purpose. When we go beyond our ego, beyond our comfort, beyond our limitations, today, somebody says, hey, why don't you share your experience with others? I used to feel, why should I share my experience? I was not comfortable because that is not what I was used to. But getting out of that comfort zone and getting out of that ego, saying it is my experience is not just for me, many others may be able to connect and motivate others to get deeper into this practice. So going beyond your ego and limitation means you are living your purpose. And ultimately, when you are in a flow, moving, doing things, effortlessly, when you forget everything else and just go into doing it, whatever that may be, somebody is singing, absolutely, they don't care who is listening, what's happening, or whether they have eaten or whether they have slept. And just go on singing beautifully and completely effortlessly out of sheer joy, then you are living in your purpose. You are writing code and you don't care what is going on. It's not like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter whether somebody is with you or without, somebody is not with you, but you are just enjoying doing things. You have many masters who are doing this. So friends, when you are looking to find your purpose, the first thing that we can do is to listen to your heart, listen to your inner voice, listen to what your inner self is saying. The feeling that you have as to this is what I need to be doing. When I started my practice of meditation, somewhere when I was drawing the vision board, this came very strongly that I have to jump into become an entrepreneur. For whatever the reason earlier that I didn't continue, and I thought this is not for me, became much, much stronger. It's not that I had a lot of clarity on what that, entrepreneurship will look like, or what idea that I was working on. Just that feeling that I had to jump into being that. Meditation helps us to bring that clarity, to listen to our heart, not our logical mind. Logical mind was telling me, hey, you have tried it, you have failed, you're not from all of this, you don't come from business background, you don't have, It's not, you come from a middle class, you don't have great networking scenes. All of this was logical mind, but my heart, my inner voice was telling you have to jump into it. The second trick is to do some service, do meditation service. When you are not clear, when you are not able to hear what and are fully clear of what you have to be doing, then getting out of your comfort zone to do some service. Meditation service means you are empowering somebody else, bringing clarity to somebody else. To support that, whatever, it need not be actually teaching. Teaching meditation is one part of it, but there's so many things that you can do. Our master in Anakapalli, all he does, whenever there is a program, he prints flyers and distributes to everyone. And do that, with full understanding, fully going into it, with the purpose that somebody can take meditation and transform their lives. And finally, if all of this is still not making it clear, do something new, jump into doing something new. Just experiment. Meditation brings a lot of clarity. Our mind is restless. It is thinking all over. In the morning, you hear somebody, your mind think, oh, maybe this is true. Somebody else tells something else in the afternoon, the mind will continue to think, oh, maybe that is right. That's how the whole rumor mongering goes. But when you start practicing meditation, then you are stopping the external influence, filtering it, and seeing if it truly means something to you. And the way to do it is to understand your feeling. Are you feeling joy? When you think of something, are you feeling the joy? Your heart is always telling you, do this, do that. Our mind is blocking that. So when you start learning to listen to your inner voice, your feeling, and meditation is naturally developing it. Our mind is disconnected, but disconnected from intuition, disconnected from that field. But meditation is helping us to connect so that we can tune into what are true, what we feel truly joyful. So our intuition is telling something, and meditation will help us to find that. And when you find it is when you are living your purpose. And when there is no clarity, and which happens because there is a lot of churn that keeps going, suddenly you have a lot of beliefs about yourself for a long period of time. And as you start doing meditation, then suddenly things seem to be changing. This, what your inner seems to be telling something differently than what you have strongly believed. Then jump into meditation service. So when I decided to be an entrepreneur, of course, that clarity was there, but I didn't know what was it. I was still holding on to some old ideas that I had. And of course, I was working on it. I was doing something, but then I realized it is not moving anywhere. And at that point in time, I decided to volunteer, continue to serve through the foundation. the churn that happens because you are still holding on to some past beliefs. In my case, it was a past idea about what that entrepreneurship would look like. I want to build something on the healthcare using the technology skills that I had. So I was still holding on to that idea, and it was not going anywhere. But as I continued the practice, somewhere it just came. Of course, you start interacting with other masters, you start talking to others. Somewhere this came. In fact, Chandra sir said, you yourself have not had, you have given up medication, you are healing yourself, you have that highest knowledge. Why are you thinking of supporting somebody's health through traditional means, or the what is popularly, which you have given up, and it's stuck because I was in service. I was fully doing what I was, just supporting the whole spreading of meditation. And I was zero. So I was open to listening to this understanding, and it just stuck. So it became clear, and that's how we started the Be Supermind. So doing service, and many, we see so many people when they don't have clarity, just jumping into service. When you are serving, that means you are going beyond your ego, going beyond your limitations. You are not looking at comfort. It's not that, okay, when I have time, I'll do. No, when you take out time for service is when you are surrendering to this process. Yes, there may be many things that you may be doing, but taking time out to do the service will bring a lot of clarity. Do it for a few months. Suddenly you land something that you fully enjoy. Maybe a job that you are always dreamt of, or an opportunity that truly finds you, that you are enjoying every day. Otherwise, friends, if none of this is working, then just jump into doing something new. Life spent making mistakes is not only more honorable, but also more useful, and life spent doing nothing. Get out of the comfort zone. Fear of doing something and failing is the biggest barrier to finding our purpose. Now, I was reading in this book about Richard Feynman, a great physicist, who was hired by a company to do some big research. And on the first few days, he was given a bunch of documents to go through and start working. After a few days, he realized all that was done was, it had no relevance to what he was supposed to be working on. And instead, he started just giving a cup of tea or coffee every day morning to his colleagues. And the boss, the manager came and said, "Why are you doing this? You are the greatest scientist. Why are you just giving coffee instead of going through a lot of this literature?" And he said that was not useful at all. But this coffee, or the things that I was helping others, printing, bringing some mails, all of it is helping and supporting others. That is more useful than what I was doing. So friends, When there is no clarity what you have to do, just jump into doing something. We don't have to wait for every clarity, all the clarity that need, before you jumping into doing something. You have an idea, just continue working on it. Take some small part of it. You want to learn music. I mean, you feel music is your, passion and something that you really enjoy doing. Instead of thinking, I don't have time, I'm busy 18 hours a day or 14 hours a day, whatever it is. So I don't have time to, practice. Take some time out, find out. Take 15 minutes out every day. I'm sure we can find. And take some small learning. You don't have to play all the songs. Learn to play one note and see whether you enjoy, because the process, are you enjoying it? So what do we do when you say jump into doing something new? See if it is something that you feel deeply. You feel that you will like doing things. You want to serve, yes, great. But don't wait for, okay, when I have free time, I'll do it. Doing something when it's not comfortable for you, that is when you are not in your comfort zone, is when you'll find your new path. You write, you love writing blogs, you write, want to create something. Okay, I'll wait for, this weekend is free, let me do it. That is not how this will happen. Take time out, maybe in the morning, maybe get up half an hour early and see if you are enjoying. Going into flow is to see that, okay, take small things and see, you forget everything else and just dive deep into it. You want to be an entrepreneur. Yes, you may not know anything about entrepreneurship. You may not know anything about business, but can you take something and learn about it and go deeper into that aspect? Do you recognize, are you feeling that you are enjoying that process? Even if you don't enjoy, you always know that, hey, there's something that you have learned from it, and you can shift to something else. There is always a process of learning, and when you keep doing this, at some point you learn and you find what your true purpose is. So going into flow is to take something with some clarity and to say, let me dive deep into it. Going into details, not just learning at the surface. And find out that, hey, you are just diving deep into it without knowing it, going beyond your time and space. You don't get distracted by anything. Your colleagues or somebody will come and say, hey, it's time, you haven't had your lunch. Do you realize it's like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the evening? Because you are so immersed in doing it. So friends, aligning to your purpose starts with first listening to your heart and finding out what makes you joyful. Or jumping into meditation service, completely surrender to the process and give up without any expectation. Serving means having no expectation and doing just because you want to give to others, or do something new and just jump into doing something and see if you enjoy it. Thank you, friends. We went a little over the time. But every point we want to be knowing what gives us the greatest joy. When you align with your purpose, when you know what your purpose means, knowing what you have to do today. When I get up, am I excited to go out? If you are excited, that means you are living your purpose. But if you are getting up and saying, oh, this is another day, then that is when you have to dig deep into yourself and see what makes you joyful. Because meditation and all these tips hopefully help to find, because we have seen this happen, and in my own case, I have seen this work. So thank you. Yes, Santosh, any announcement?
Yes, we do have an announcement for today. Just one second. So we have the book club scheduled on Monday, 25th, and this month's book is Siddhartha by Hermann Hesse, a story about the inner search that every one of us in our own way is living. And we have two batches. The morning batch meets from 8:15 to 9:15 a.m., facilitated by uh, Nilima ji, Dinesh ji, and Dr. Gargi, and the evening batch meets from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m., facilitated by Namita ji and Richa ji. And I would highly recommend everyone to be a part of the book club. It's a good way to actually know others' perspective on how they're sharing their learnings. And it's a reflective space, not just a lecture. So just have genuine conversation and share wisdom around. So request everyone to join. We will share the details on the Zoom chat as well as on the WhatsApp group for everyone.
Wonderful. Thank you. So we'll formally close. Of course, we'll stay back for those who have any questions or want to share. So thank you, friends, and we'll meet back again tomorrow.
Sometimes I'm not sure who I am, or even if I'm where I'm supposed to be. Grateful for all of my memories, starting to feel like I need new air to.
Okay.
So we have one question from Sumanji, which reads, what if in search for purpose, I feel lost and face failures? How can I overcome this through meditation?
Feeling lost means you are not clear. That's all it is. There's so many different options, and you seem to not know what you want to be doing. Of course, meditation over a period of time will help and definitely will bring clarity among all the choices, but you don't have to wait for all that clarity. We spoke about this. Just jump into taking up something. You don't have to wait for everything to be known. Take up something. When I didn't know what I wanted to do as part of entrepreneurship, then I said, okay, let me consult and support another startup. And see if that gives me joy, gives me something to learn from. There is no failure because it's about learning process, understanding whether you like it or not. If you know it's not what you like doing it, then of course that is a success because you have learned through that experience. So we just move on. We brand success or failure because we have a too narrow perspective about the timeline. We think that this is only so much time I have. So recognizing that this is all a learning process, understanding this is the experience that you are having, and jumping into doing things, taking up small things and going deeper into it. Go into, you want to start up, then find out what is it that an entrepreneur will do. What does it take to become an entrepreneur? Learn from some successful entrepreneurs. Steve Jobs had the biggest failure in his entrepreneurial journey when he was kicked out. But he looked at it as an experience, as a learning opportunity, and started creating something new, completely different than what he was doing. So use this practice, jump into service, do something. When you support, you go beyond. Service means you are going beyond your ego. What am I getting out of it is a typical egos ask. But when we serve, we are going beyond it, and that's when what we give is what we are receiving. Okay.
Thank you. So, I request if anyone has any experience to share. Okay. Ian Rao, sir. So if anyone has any experiences to share, anything that you want to find out about your own purpose, want to share your journey or have any queries, yeah, please request you to come forward. Ian, sir, request you to unmute and if possible, turn on your video. Please go ahead, sir.
Oh, so can you hear me? Good morning to all.
Yes, please go ahead, sir.
So, yeah, I just wanted to ask, you said to do service without any ego, right? That's fine. So are we not supposed to enjoy the process of being in service? You said without any expectations, we should be doing the service. So should we not expect to be joyful while doing the service? If you're not happy being there, is it that I'm being egoistic, or should I continue to be in that service even though you're not feeling happy about doing that? Is that being too having like expecting something in return?
Yes. When your intent is to serve others, that service need not always be in our comfort zone.
Okay.
But you still do it.
But if you just, yeah, sorry.
Knowing that what you're doing is giving others a complete freedom. Of course, you don't enjoy because when you are not believing in what you are giving, when you know what you are giving is not your highest in the highest possible way. For example, meditation, and you also know some English language.
Yeah.
But you are not giving meditation, but giving something else. You may not enjoy that because it may not necessarily be the highest service that you can do.
Exactly. Okay, fine. Got it. To my highest capabilities, I should be able to do the service.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
When you are doing that, then obviously, then your heart will feel joy.
Enjoy. Yeah. To maximize your talent to do the service. Do service with your maximum talent. That
Absolutely.
way.
It's not that you are giving something because you want to take out something and you can give some little bit.
Right. Right. Okay. Got it. Okay then. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Wonderful session. Thank you for the session, sir. Have a nice day.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Veendra. We have Amit Kumar Singh ji.
Yeah, Rakesh sir, good morning. Fantastic presentation. Very good. I think it's very, very valuable for many people. What has been the session today? I would like to share my own journey. I spent close to 16 years in corporate, Rakesh sir. And from the very beginning, I had a passion that I am an entrepreneur, born salesman. Why I am here? I spent a lot of time in meditation and trying to find out my real purpose of my life. And I could correlate what you have shown today to many people. It's about trying finding something new. After my corporate 16 years, I built two startups. One got badly failed, and one was very successful. Right now, I'm doing a third startup. Now, to reach to the purpose, the most important fundamental point of view, as you rightly said, try something new. Try to find something new where you will start finding your unique talent, strength, skills, which matches to somehow your life purpose. Second thing, fail fast. Whatever you are doing, try to fail fast. The person who fail fast learns faster 10x than the person who has been successful. Third, try to draw a ikigai circle, three concentric circle about yourself. What is your strength? Where you live? What makes you kick out of your bed at 4 a.m. in the morning? I have done all three. And last but not the least, fourth thing, I have started doing service. I joined L2 program in Buddha CEO. I have been watching behind the lines for last 4 years to Chandra sir 2022. This is my seventh 40-day program. And I used to make the notes, whatever Chandra sir was making during the presentation. I have compiled all 7 years notes of wisdom notes and tried to find out what is written in the wisdom notes, try to interpret it. Every time I go back and read those wisdom notes, I have something new to learn. So it's all depend on us. And you mentioned very beautifully purpose for many people, billions of life, 9 billion people, they don't know what is their purpose. The first and foremost thing is find the purpose. Why are you here? Who are you? The moment the answer will not come today, tomorrow, or even in the next 30 days, or probably even next 6 months. But one thing can be done is start doing it. The start can be done, start can be started today. And once you start today, you will have some experience, you will have some perceptions, you will have something to learn. And this process, the purpose, the goal, the realization, everything will come. So it is a long run process, but action starts today. And the presentation, most important line, what kicked you out of the bed? Yesterday morning, I woke up at 3:30 a.m. to attend the L2 coach session. Today morning, again, I woke up at 3:45 a.m. So again, it's kicking me out to learn something, to tune it at 6 o'clock, that there must be something to learn in this Buddha CEO today. Let me find out. And today is again the purpose, something new. So it's a continual learning, sir. It's a continual learning. And it's important for any person to regroup, realign to what has been taught, and then connect the dot backwards. Steve Jobs connected the dot backwards. There's nothing connection forward. It's always connection backwards. Once the person start thinking in direction, he or she will find the purpose today, tomorrow, or day after, or 6 months. But the purpose will find it out. It's all about and starts with us. So thank you for very good presentation once again. It's pleasure to listen you and some of the great content in Buddha CEO. And thank you very, very, very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Very well said. Yes. Always there's something new to learn. Our joy comes when we learn something new, when we do something different. Our soul is not happy. We are materially, we want to be satisfied, but our spiritually, our soul is always looking at something new, always dissatisfied. That is why we go into, and it's always guiding you to tell, hey, get out of your comfort zone. Now, when we listen to it, of course, we have the greatest joy doing something. I mean, I was not a person who enjoyed presenting in front of people, but I just took it up and said, let me try. It gave me the biggest choice, first of breaking my limitations, and then finding that, hey, there's something that I enjoy and help. So absolutely wonderful. Yes, we continue to learn no matter what. I mean, being zero is always the critical. Patriji would say, you are always a Krishna, you are always an Arjuna. You're a master, you're a student. Both are within us. When there's something new to learn, be an Arjuna. Listen. It's wonderful. Great to see that you are enjoying the coach program. And I'm sure there's so much difference that you'll make to many, many others.
Thank you very much, sir. I always try to inspire many people, and I always try to talk and share my experiences with the people. One last thing. I remember one gali share. Yesterday also I said, उम्र भर गाली भी यही भूल करता रहा, धूल चेहरे पर थी, आईना साफ करता रहा. ये जो शेर था ना, दिस शेर, ये मैंने अप्लाई किया अपने लाइफ में खुद के लिए. एंड couple of years, 3 years back, I was also very similar to that mindset, trying to find every problem in the outside world. So the important thing, buck starts with us. Are we going to implement the things which has been taught? If we start changing ourselves, the world will change. If we don't change, nothing will change. राम भी मन के अंदर है, रावण भी मन के अंदर है. राम, we are different people, different time, not similar people all the time. So इन छोटे छोटे कोड्स का बहुत बहुत ज्यादा मीनिंग है, सर. Even महात्मा गांधी, what he said, the best purpose life start serving the others. So क्वेश्चन ये है कि उन कोड्स का इम्पैक्ट क्या है किसी के जीवन में. क्या उन कोड्स को हम पढ़ करके सिर्फ एक हम बुकमार्क बना रहे हैं, या उसको इंप्लीमेंट कर रहे हैं? If we start implementing in ourselves, in our life, the things will change dramatically. So that's why a program like this 40-day program is the basic program for anyone to make these changes in the life. And thank to each and every leader in Buddha CEO, Patriji, great masters like Chandra sir. They have built up this organization for changing these lives for many, many people who are coming to the program. And start changing themselves. Listen to what this master is saying. Start implementing on your own. Things will change, life will change, universe will change, everything will change. Change is in your hands, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes, absolutely. Most important is not listening, but what are you implementing, right? So that is where we truly make a difference. Thank you. And yes, I see a question. What does it mean, align yourself and connect the dots backwards? When the clarity is not there of what your purpose, you can also look back into your life and see there's always some pattern that emerges. Contemplation is an important part of this meditation practice. Contemplating on the past major incidents that happened. For example, when I looked back, I saw many things that was in my life and career that was ultimately is leading to what I'm doing right now. Things that seemed completely disparate. My joy to go to forests and spend time in nature. I came across something which I would never do before, but that part of my life, I learned about a lot of about mind, about visualization. But the vehicle that, of course, was not something that I enjoyed doing. but there was a part of life that was completely misaligned to what I was doing. Where I was working on technology, that part of life was something that was completely misaligned. But there was something that deeply came to me in that period. Understanding about the mind, understanding about affirmations, how our thoughts create reality. So there are different parts of your life, and if you connect the dots and you realize, hey, this is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. You can find your purpose when everything gets aligned. Of course, meditation brings everything, kind of stitches everything together. Okay, so good to contemplate on your past life, past experiences, and see what is the pattern. It will give a clue.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We have
One
another
more question.
We have one more question by Sanjay Gupta ji. How to handle chaos and unresolved emotions?
More meditation. More meditation and reading and listening to others. Coming to service will help. Again, we take service as something that we have to do. But when you give up and fully surrender to some service, without questioning, what am I getting out of it? That will bring a lot of clarity. When you go beyond your ego and serve for others' needs, then your needs will get taken care of. What you give is what you're receiving. If you are giving with half-hearted this one, that is what you are going to receive. But you give it fully, not expecting, not thinking of what will I get out of it. Then you will receive the abundance, because you are giving out of abundance, you are receiving the abundance. All right.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I do not. Would anyone else like to share or ask any other queries? I do not
We
believe.
can close the session right now and then come back again.
Sure. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. And see you again, friends. We have, I think, the final week. Of this program. Please talk to your facilitators, share your journey. And if you're interested to share your journey with others, please feel free. Okay? Thank you.
Sometimes I'm not sure who I am, or even if I'm where I'm supposed to be. Grateful for all of my memories, starting to feel like I need new air. Today isn't my forever. I'm always changing for the better. Listen closely to my soul, to know what I've got to let go. And every single day I'm looking forward. Be brave, embrace change, take it is good, nothing is bad. Let life happen and take it all in. I choose to focus on myself and promise to always put myself first. Today isn't my forever. I'm always changing for the better. I listen closely to my soul.